Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Automation Empire, where research and building continues. It's good to have you all back. Thanks for leaving a like, cheering me on, showing your support, giving your feedback, and being a part of the show. We've learned so much in this game about all of its limitations and little quirks we have to do in order to build things within the limitations of the piping system and also the mine carts and the claws and so much more. So thank you very much for giving your feedback down below and cheering me on and just saying, hey, you guys are wonderful. So thank you, everybody, for being here. We have our little DJ Khaled Memorial Research Center that's going really nicely, and last time we learned that all the research centers have to be connected, but otherwise they'll shut down angrily. But we can kind of trick the system a little bit by building them over here, and I guess we have to, these are too of an expense, but this helps us to connect over here so we can have a whole line of research centers. So if you want to see more, again, remember to click or tap that like button and let me know you want to see more of this game. And we're going to continue piling on the cheese, so that way we can continue piling on our research, which seems like a million miles away. So we're going to continue to build these. Again, remember, these containers are the only way that we can extend the pipe. You can't build pipe on top of pipe, which is unfortunate. So we kind of just have to build small containers, which isn't that big of a deal. That way, if we ever hit a maximum capacity of our system, then we'll be okay. At this point, what I could do, instead of having the minecart, now that we've built this a long row, is that we could actually have the whole piping system facing the other way and just connect everything with containers and pipes. But we wanted the minecart system to be here at least to look cool, so that's important too. So welcome back, everybody. Good to see you all with me again. And let's keep on trucking. I think what I'll do is just flip this one around this way. Oh, I can't because it's off by one little nodule, and these can't connect together, so that's a shame. Darn. Oh, well, that's all right. At least the minecart still has a job. All right, let's continue on with building our research centers and unlocking the next research, which should involve a truck delivery speed. We want the trucks to come in more frequently, so that way we can deliver more items and clear up a lot of our space. It seems like the biggest problem so far is that we now have a large backup of everything. Also, this pipe probably shouldn't even be here because this isn't, this is the end of the line and not needed. Perfect. So now we've got a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 research centers that will be functioning. We just need to connect the power to the remaining ones, and we should be good. That one's already connected there. So everything looks good. Everything's connected, except for these two. These, again, are just kind of the, if I delete these, the whole system will stop working, but it's so much more efficient to build these over here like that. It's really nice. I could probably end up building the train station over here and then building more research centers off the other side because we've got so much stuff we don't know what to do with. And in fact, I wonder if there's a way for me to cheese even further. If I build another container here, I wonder if we get rid of these power lines or something, if I can build more research centers back here. There's probably a way to do that and take use of that. So let's go for research, baby. Research. This is going to be great. All right, if I can build a container there, I don't know. I can hardly contain myself. Very excited to see how this might or might not work. So let's give this a little try today. We'll put our power lines over here, so that way we can connect stuff that way. So we're going to have to just build it like this because we need a way for those pipes to get through. So we'll just continue to connect our domes this way, so that should be just fine. So many good pieces of feedback and ideas coming in from you guys about testing different claw methods and whatnot. Some people even sending over like diagrams. Not a lot. I don't think anybody has access to this game yet. It's still like early access at this point, so you guys haven't gotten your hands on it. But a lot of people are just thinking and doing brainstorming on their own. That's amazing to see. Oh, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Perfect. So this will allow me to extend this between these research centers. How's our power grid doing? We're at 70 out of 80, so I should be able to connect some more buildings. So let's go ahead and connect another pipe here. And then I think we should be able to put another research center here. Oh, man, this is going to be awesome. So now we don't have to wait as long anymore to get our stuff delivered, although we need all of those research points to go towards trucks so we don't have any more delays in our deliveries. Perfect. We can't claim our research till we get to a certain level either, but the amount of output that we have is astronomical at this point. It's really good to see. Let's continue on bringing in more and more trucks. I want more trucks faster. There we go. All right, so we've maxed out our trucks now. That's good. So trucks will be coming in really quickly, and we should be able to build more and more loading zones soon enough, but we'll need to upgrade to something different, like trains very soon. Looks like they fit in there perfectly, and it doesn't look like they can fit on the grid, though. So we'll get those dropped down in just a moment. Ah, there we go. There goes one. I'll build the power grid so it goes around this in just a moment. Actually, it might be able to connect this way, so let's get rid of these. I think if we disconnect these, we should be able to have the whole grid interconnected from these power lines. Let's see if we can do... Oh, yes, we can. Perfect. So we'll just put a power line right there between each of them, and that will work perfectly. So right there should do. Excellent. All right, let's build the rest of these research centers first. Looks like I can put down just 2 more. And we'll build another pipe. Oh, this is great. I'm starting to really get the hang of this and really enjoy it now because we have to work within these like weird limitations. There we go. All right, now we got to put down some more power lines. And one more here. Excellent. So everything's connected. Power is at 80 out of 80, so we don't seem to be using too much power. Good. So we're at peak efficiency on the power bill. That's great. All right, and these guys are producing, yes, they are. They're producing research points. So now we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 functioning. That's fantastic. Those 2, again, are the bridge across to the other side where we can make this more effective. Look at this ridiculousness. This is crazy. If I can find a different way to get the coal train to deliver over here, we will have no problems. But look at that. It's still got tons of capacity. So all this stuff will be working its way down the line. So that's really good. So everything's being effectively delivered. That's good. Whew. Okay, well, we got a long way to go if we're going to continue to research stuff. The next thing I really want is the train. But we have to deliver more and more cargo. And that's just going to have to be through the truck. So that's the next problem we have to solve. I don't think I can build a train at this moment. Let's see if there's anything for the train. Still locked, it seems. So in order to unlock that, yeah, we need 800,000 plus a limitation of delivering 8,000 goods. So right now, we can research the crane gate, which kind of redirects cranes if they're already holding something. But what we really need is the truck loader, and we need to produce 4,000. That's good. So now we have more trucks coming in. This is perfect. So we have, oh, perfect. Look at this. All the drones can work. All right. Well, it looks like there's still a little bit of space on the factory floor. Okay. Wow, there's actually a line leaving now. Perfect. There's too many trucks actually leaving. That's very good. Excellent. I'm glad to see all these fully loaded trucks rolling out. That's beautiful. All right, how are we doing on research points? If we connect water, eventually we can increase the effectiveness of those. I don't think we really need any more coal, so this will be great for all of our research section. So we have 2 income for coal, and then we can switch this one over to delivering iron ore. We can build another factory here then, and then eventually maybe bring some of the coal over. If we need to, we can siphon a little off the top. I don't know how much it's going to take, but right now we just got to produce as much coal as possible to increase that weight limit. Man, look at it go. We're making money like crazy. How are we doing on research? Anything ready yet? Oh man. We're going to be able to start claiming research like crazy. Almost there. Okay, we've got 133,000 now. This is beautiful. We can add more crane arms. We can add more trains. That's fine. I just want more delivery stuff. Crane speed seems like a good idea. But also we need research points for unlocks too, don't we? But we also have to make sure we complete the goals of weight limits. So we might want to save some of these research points, as these are pretty expensive. 500,000 research points there. 600,000 here. Really want this one here, the truck loader, which we're close to. Let's see, requirements. Some unlocks require you to have processed a certain number of specific resources. Well, we produced more than 25 coal. Each one of these trucks, in fact, has 25 coal on board. So we'll just have to see if it eventually unlocks. Maybe we need to have 25 coal in storage or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out as it goes on. All right, well, all these research centers are definitely producing all the research we'll need. We need to find a different way to really do this. What I'd like to do, actually, is probably get rid of some of these excess resources off the top, because there's no way we can produce all this stuff, at least within this first factory. So we're going to need to build a second factory floor, probably over here, especially after we get some of this iron ore out of the way. And we could probably have this section here start delivering over to this factory, and then also the iron ore. So this section and this section can go to this new factory. This section can go for research, and then this section can just be refined immediately into coal and be shipped out. Eventually, we'll probably only want to ship out completed iron ore, because that's just going to be the most profitable thing for us. We're going to make a ton of money from that. Eventually, too, these research centers look like they can reach capacity, so we don't want to not miss any of that. Good, 155,000 research available for us. That's a good feeling. We've got a lot of that ready to go, and money is coming in too. How are we doing on, let's take a look at our, is there a way to see how much we've got current month? Power bills. 3-month record is 3,960. So if we produce more now that we got our truck upgrade, it's just going to take a little bit of time for the next 3 months to go through. And we need to have a 35,000. In order to beat the medallion is like you beating the map. There's many different maps, but when you've completed the 35,000 a month, then you've effectively completed it and can move on. Oh, look at this. We're getting a lot more stuff delivered. Very nice. Looks like these are getting everything they need. I want to extend on this research, but we really don't need to. If I do that, it's going to cost us money because each of these take a lot of power. And I'd have to build another power section. But right now we're effectively connected to have 80 out of 80 power. Wow, look at those drones go. This is the only way we can load trucks so far as drones without that crane. And we'll need to unlock that soon. Look at those drones go. As soon as a truck arrives, it's immediately delivered. Oh, good, and we're starting to clear some of our capacity. Excellent. Very nice. I love those claw trains. Those are so cool. Alright, here comes another group of 4. Looks like 5 and 6 are on their way. Wow, these trucks are just rolling out as quickly as they're coming in now. This is perfect. Alright, check for research. I think they actually shine blue. No, there's no visual difference. You gotta check them all. Okay. We're now up to 205. 253. I wonder if different materials give better resources, but the next thing we also need to unlock too is the combiner, which requires 60 coal and 60 iron in order to unlock. I don't know what that means though, because we are producing coal that's going out on these trucks, so I don't know why there's a 0 out of 50 on that. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what that means. I think we have to directly deliver it to the research centers maybe. Well, we are delivering raw iron already. And they only take stuff from the pipes, so it can only be the raw resource. If I refine coal, I don't think there's a way to get raw coal back into the system, is there? Because once something's in a crate, I don't think there's a way to put it back into a processing center, unless... Is there a way that I could actually do this? Let's see. If we put a transfer tube here, does that work? Only connects to... Oh, we can only put it onto these conveyors. However, I don't think a crate processor... Oh yeah, it can't be outside. So these can only go inside. So the piping system would have to be inside. If it connects to a step conveyor, those can only be built in the factory. There is so much to keep track of in this game. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous! Okay. Well, let's check our research again. Totally worth it. Totally worth it to build all those. Now we're really speeding up. We got 366,000 research plus 172 in income. That's wonderful. What we got sitting in the bank. And let's see. Oh, there's tips for this. Oh, I didn't even read the instructions. Wait, what is some of these ideas? Containers can be useful for storing resources. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Minecarts hold up to 4 crates worth. Yep, so you can do that for 1 container. Ah, they also suggested that we do that. Well, I built 1 central depot for it. More expensive, but it probably works better in the long run. Transfer clause. Oh, wow, I didn't even think about this. Tab to see inside your factories. Avoid sending drones on long journeys. That's true. This is a pretty long journey here, but I imagine in the future we'll probably end up filling all this with cranes, especially to bring stuff in if I can build it into the factory at some point. I wonder if we can have multi-layer factories. Let's see. Could I build a factory on top of the factory? Oh, you can change the color of stuff, so that's nice. I did see that before. So if you, for example, have all your iron ore in orange factories and all your coal in a gray factory, you can kind of keep color-coordinated track of everything. Okay, let's keep reading through those tips. Let's see. Claw truck pit stops are best utilized in a relay system as shown. Be careful. Well, I don't have the truck loading system yet, so we can't necessarily do that. According to the game. Wait a minute. Or can I? Hold on a second. I want to test this out. The only reason I was assuming that I can't load trucks without drones is because there's something in the research section called Claw Train Load Station. So I'm assuming like you need that technology in order to use it. But let's try this. I'm going to so hard if I figure out that we could have just loaded the trucks this way. This is our big, this is the moment, boys. This is it. Okay, we have a claw loop now. Now what I'd like to do is build a large conveyor here. So this is where drones will drop off crates. So let's see if we can put this here. Okay. Now let's make this hold coal high priority. And we'll make the trucks low priority. Now let's add claws. Okay. Now we need to make drop-off stations. Now this should only be able to load to one section of the truck, though. So I probably didn't build it over the truck, did I? Question is, how do I load two sides of the truck, then? This should load here fine. Where else does it sit? Here? Alright, let's do a pickup section. Oh, that's not even... Oh. Silly me. We'll just have to extend it over one. Well, this isn't going to work. Because it needs to be over the trucks, too. I'm going to have to figure out some way to make a... all sorts of different experiments here. Oh, sorry, drones. My bad. Oh, good. We get all the money back, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, I wonder if the claw... does the claw work on a shuttle system? Will it go back and forth, if not on rotation mode? Oh. Well, it's probably best to go in a full loop. Is there a way to just delete the whole track? Let's remove the claws. We can actually turn the claws on and off, which is good. Alright, let's try this with a little bit more intelligence this time. Let's make sure we lay it out correctly. Maybe this will work, but I would hate to build all this and spend all the time and money on it if we need a truck loading station, as it says, for the claws specifically. So I need an area for the drones to drop off all the materials, and then we need it to go over the trucks. So let's try this. Wow, we probably have all the research we need, too. We're probably sitting at almost $500,000 right now in our store that we haven't claimed yet. Okay, let's do this again, if this actually will work. Luckily, we can build it over the top. So I need to load up two sides of the truck. So how do I, like, make it load two sides? We need it to swing back and go to two sections. Can I actually make it do two 90-degree turns here? Is that allowed? It is. Okay. All right. Let's see. Then we'll make a large outside loading area for all the refined coal, so that way it can be stored. Okay. Now I think this one will be okay here, so let's rotate. Yes, that should pass over the second section of the truck. Or am I out too far? It's hard to tell. I may be off. Yeah, looks like I'm off by one. So we'll build the second one here. So we'll just basically do the same design, but on the inside. Okay. So we'll have these looped together. Okay, so now we're over the truck. Building the stations would be much better if they would have a thing that would just fit the space of the truck. Just want to make sure I don't delete any of these truck stops. So this is all a learning process at this point. Again, our first time playing, so if we do another map, which I'd love to do, we can take all of these lessons learned for the next time and kind of get around some of the limitations, including knowing how to build minecarts and probably doing it earlier since they do have quite a bit of worth to them in saving all the money from onload and load stations, which is why they're so expensive, to encourage you to do it a different way. So now, and now we know the claws can sit literally next to each other, so there's no real limit in the space that they can take up. Like there's no reason that you have to spread it out. So now we'll have the raw, or the refined coal delivered out here, leaving a little bit of space for extra buildings or something like that, or expanding the factory if we need to. So then let's make a drop-off zone for all the trucks. So we want 6 zones. So it should be 1, 2, 3, I believe. Looks like that may be correct. Looks like it's off a little bit. Is there no... Well, I can only build on this plane. I can either build here, here, or here. I can either build here, 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 or here. So if it's not going to fit the truck, it's not going to work. So maybe that's why those loading stations are required. It seems 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would work. But it all depends on if the truck, with room for the cab here. So it all depends on if the truck actually is... Alright, let's wait for another truck to pull in. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work. Because it doesn't... Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Alright, well, another experiment. Let's see if it actually works. So let's build a small conveyor here. So this is where we want drones to drop off crates for raw coal, or completed coal. And I don't know which way the track is going to go, so let's try this. Coal, high priority. And we will buy 1 claw. And we'll put a pickup station there. And if it drops it off on this truck, then we know we've got it. Otherwise, no can do. So the claw will, by default, drop off here first. Could you imagine if we made a claw system for each truck stop? Alright, let's see if this actually works. So this truck... And also there needs to be a truck there, otherwise it's going to drive right past it. 2 things need to be there. 1, the truck needs to be there, and 2, the drone. Nope, drives right over it. And that is a drop-off stop. And it looks like it's over where it is, but alright, claws cannot be built then over the track. But we have the track here for when we do have the station, so let's leave the track here, but we'll just turn it off for now. We'll remove the claw and we'll just kind of leave it as a placeholder for when we have the station. So this will work, but it won't work until we've unlocked the tech for the actual truck stop. So that's a shame, but at least we've experimented with that. There's no way to speed up progress, I guess. Alright, let's claim all of our research. Alright, we got 500,000 research points. 600,000. 750. Almost closing in on 1 million research points now. How come these ones are off? Uh-oh, they've processed all the coal that they can. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of a delay in coal being delivered. So now we might need to improve the coal delivery over here. So since we're so backed up with coal inside the factory, we may as well start taking some of this coal and delivering it up into the research center. So let's find out the best way to do that. What we could do is do the piping system again, and then we'll just have to fudge it a little bit. We'll have to do a little bit more cheese, I guess. Get a little bit more cheddar going. So let's try to do this. We'll do a... that might not work. We need to find a way to get more of this flowing. And I don't think... Yeah, these buildings can't be connected together either, so I can't use the research hub as a hub to transfer. So we need more coal into this system, more raw coal. I need some space here in order to do it. Damn. Alright, there's coal there. I could... Well, I can't have drones transfer crates. And the system's not bringing in enough raw coal anymore. So I'm going to use this section, I think, for research. This is going to be a best for research. So how do we go about doing this? Well, I guess let's shut down the... We know we're switching over to the piping system, so let's switch over to that. We could do it with mine carts, couldn't we? We could have a bridge going over... We could have a We have to do some sort of a delivery system. If I bring, there's not a lot of space to do any of this. If I bring a cart back here, we have to bring it back around. Power lines, research stations, and the factory itself are all in the way. But this is a little further out from the factory, so this is a better spot to put down a minecart. All right, let's try to do a big central gathering section. Let's see if we can cheese that a little bit. So we'll build, well, let's build the pipes coming out first. There we go. Let's see if we can connect everything to the big boy there. So let's go ahead and put some big pipes down. And we can't connect this to the mine either. It's both incorrect size and also impossible to connect to an input. Okay, let's see. So we'll do this in reverse. Damn, I think that's not going to work. Nope, it's off by 1. But if I do this, will that work? I think it's then short by 1. Yep. What if we do a big boy? Nope, that's still off by 1. Yeah, so we can only do ones that are 1 or 3. We can only have odd number connections. Well, let's try to go this way then. Power line's in the way. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, there we go. Alright, that's a solution. Or is it? Nope. Because we can't connect 2 together. Damn, this is like a puzzle. This is more of a puzzle to figure this stuff out, isn't it? Let's see. Okay, we didn't need to move the power line. That's good. But now we got a problem of trying to get this one over to that one. Uh-oh. I guess we have to do like a buffer here. Oh, this makes it 3-2, doesn't it? Oh, wait a minute. No, I think that's too... No, that's still too short. Damn. Well, is there a way to... Well, we can't have it connect flush. There has to be a little bit of space to it. My goodness, this is pain in the neck. Wait, we can circle back here? No? No? Not there either? Jeez. Yeah, if only I could do a corner piece. Like, I can't click and drag pipe. Like, I can't press T to change the type or anything, and pipes can't be connected. So it's a pain in the neck. This one is... So these two are cut off from the system until I find a way to connect them. Alright. And if there's any other way to do this, please do comment down below. If anybody else thinks they have an idea, I'm open to listening, but it has to fit within the game's restrictions. We do have to play by the game's rules, which are Alright, will this work? Let's try this. Oh no, because this is 2 away. It's not going to work. This will connect, but I can't connect this one. Let's try this. If we do this 1 by 1, and then if we bring this over by... Oh, damn. The road's in the way. I think that's actually off by 2 again. This part fits, that fits by 1. I'm trying to avoid using 2, and I can't do it. And I can't get into the large storage tank either. It's like one of those puzzles in a Resident Evil game where you're trying to deal with like an odd number, and you have to use even numbers, that type of thing. Let's see what else we have for research in the meantime. We have our drones and trucks coming in as fast as possible. We still can't unlock this because we haven't delivered resource requirements. Some unlocks require you to process a certain amount of material in your research base in order to purchase. Okay, so now we need to be delivering coal and also that to that. Okay, so I need to have specific research centers now that are picking up raw coal. Oh boy. So we're going to now need to figure out a way to deliver different materials to a research station. God. So these ones are just for raw points. Like, we just need big money. So that's good. But now how do I deliver certain materials to some of these? So what we need now to do is to deliver coal from here. And then I need to find a way to put it back into a piping system. So I don't know how to reverse that. I don't know how to get it back into the system. Oh, man. But we also need to feed that other system more coal, too. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, at least this is getting stored up. I need a way to get this into the piping system, too. It's a problem because the factory is in the way. Well, I think we're going to have to bite the bullet on getting rid of at least one facility. So let's do that. And then we need to create some sort of a system to get everything back here. So we need to find a way to process coal and then bring it back into the piping system. And I think the way to do that is to get a... we need to have them come out onto step conveyors, or at least some of it. We still need to ship a lot of it out for money, but we can still bring that money in if we build a... uh-oh. This is going to be off by 1, too, isn't it? Uh-oh. How? Oh, man. How am I supposed to do this? Okay, if I make this 1. Up 1. Oh, it has to be flush. Damn. That doesn't work. It's impossible to move stuff over 2, isn't it? Because we have a pipe that's 1 or 3, but no 2. And I can't really tell how wide this thing is, because I can't see a grid. I'm trying to use these storage tanks, not for storage, but to create angles, as you can see. And I can't have 2 of these sitting next to each other. They don't connect that way. Damn. Such a puzzle. Alright, let's try building this in reverse. Maybe that will help me picture the solution. Over 1, it's too short. And I can't do a transfer tube here. A transfer tube I don't think can connect to a regular tube. Nope, it can't. So I can't put it onto a conveyor and bring it over. And we can't use the cranes because we have to put it into a crate first. So I guess that might be the best solution, is to maybe... Wow, I didn't even need this minecart system at this point, because we could have just put everything into the pump system. But what we could do is maybe get a crane system to make crates, get a crane system to drop it off somewhere, and then produce it back into stuff. So let's try to remove this whole system again. Just experimenting, seeing what works and what doesn't. And that's what makes a better system in the future. It's not like the first car didn't need improvements. Otherwise, we would still have Model Ts if we didn't improve on the first automobile. All right, let's do this then. Let's try a crane system with the claw and see if we can bring it back into something. So I want to see how to transfer it back into a different material. So let's try that. So we want things to be delivered to the crate system. So we'll set things up back how they were. So we know the pipe system will not work. Or at least the way it works won't be here. It's not going to work over on this side. Actually, wait a minute. We could do these in an angle. Seems like it might be just the best idea to have it come straight out. So let's go with 3. Okay. Then we can have a claw system come over here to pick stuff up, so we can do a claw track that comes across each of these. Oh, glad that it can go this way. Then we need a way to try to transfer it from one system to another. So we'll need to put our turns in here. Wow, this is such a really nicely complicated game. I'm really liking to try all these different systems to try to solve the solution. It's really neat to find out which one might be best. We can also do a shuttle system here, but it seems like it might be best just to have it loop. Also, we should probably back that up by 1. Alright, so once the crane picks up all of the crates, how do we get it to go back into a material that can go into the tubes? We need to essentially, we need to get rid of the crate. So how do we do that? Seems like the only thing that can do that is a transfer tube, but the transfer tube can only pick up and drop off from either a minecart or the step conveyor, but the step conveyor can only be built inside the factory. So, what the heck? Alright, let's pick up here, here, and here. And then we'll kind of create some sort of a station. Now I need to get this back into the main line. Looks like I only have space really over here for this. Oh, what if we... I want to see if there's a way to bring it to the train. The train is already an existing infrastructure, and we could save a lot of money by just doing it that way, and also by switching to Geico too. Did you guys know with only 15 minutes, you too can save 15% or more on your car insurance by switching to Geico? Did you guys know that? You didn't? Well, too bad. All right, can I go across the line? Let's see if I can. Oh, okay, so we just can't go through the pole. Okay, so we can go over the wire. So now how do we get it to the train? How do we take these crates? Well, actually, I think we need to make these a lot longer. I need a way to pick up multiple crates. So if I had one... Actually, if we have this one system... Oh, wait a minute. Got it. We can make this, bring it into like a closed system. So what we can do is this. It's going to be super expensive given the game's rules of not being able to build the step conveyor, but okay, now we have a closed system here where it can pick up. Now let's have a drop-off system over here. Check this out. So if we do this, we're gonna have a giant-ass, super mega expensive conveyor, 9000X is what we're gonna call it. Someone can type that out down below, and then we just have a $3 billion project here. Okay, let's see what happens if we do this. Let me add a claw. Actually do all of it. So now this system will get all backed up with crates, but I need... This is what the problem is now, is that I can only build these types of conveyors outside, and they're $2,500 each. So I need a way for another system to pick these up. It's kind of nice to have a closed system like that. Oh, look at that. One's picking up and one's dropping off. Very unique. Okay. It's probably super inefficient and expensive, but I'm proud of it. And I need to get it over to this container somehow. So now how do I get them from crates back into a piping system? Is there a way I can do that? I don't know how to do that. There must be a... Is there a thing for that? Let's see if there's another station somewhere that we're missing. There's got to be another piece. Water pipe, water reservoir. Remote connector. Connects to a connects directly to a container within the same factory. Okay, so that's factory-only stuff. We have the combiner, oil derrick, and a rocket launch pad, so we can send stuff off planet for more money. What tools do we have? Unfortunately, this system, the transfer claw, only works inside of a factory. It can only work from step conveyors. So now we got this thing fully, like, loaded, but how do I... like, do I just get the, And this can only load from a... This can only load from a step conveyor. Let's try that again. Let's check that out. What does it say? Well, we have insufficient funds now. What's going on? What's the problem? It's because we've lost a huge amount of our supply, isn't it? All of our supplies now going towards research or this messed up system. Well, let's go ahead and let the drones pick up some of this while we're finishing our research. Our own research on trial and error. I guess that's the best way to figure it out. The game does give me some hints, but we kind of got our own system here. Oh, look at that. Well, we've got over 1 million points, so at least our system worked. Of research. Luckily, once we've researched most stuff, we can get rid of the research center and just fully go into building like a custom one that just needs materials delivered to it. So we got to figure out a way to do like custom delivery. So that way I can deliver this stuff like into the system, or tell the drones to deliver. Like, for example, if we wanted to feed into the system only, like I could build a load station here and only let the drones drop off coal, finished coal, so that way we can make more money that way, and or more research. Yeah, it looks like coal is being delivered again. We'll have to climb out of our pit of debt, mostly due to our conveyor experiments. Oh boy. And again, like the game said, you can use conveyors as storage capacity, but that's not that great. What can we research? What else can we research? Looks like this just costs us money. Let's try, or the research points. Claw train speed could be increased. I think we should save everything we've got now for our next level, which is going to be this. We need more stuff delivered. Our numbers have dropped down now, so we should solely focus on that. But also we need to do this side research, so that's going to be fine. Alright, until the claws catch up, let's go ahead and shut this down. And yes, the bots can take from that as well. Okay, and we have our maxed out on drones, and we're now negative 53,000, mostly because I shut down this section. So it shows how important this section is to making coal. We're going to need at least 6 of these to function, with 3 of them up here going for research. Oh man, I may have boo-booed. But at least we've got our claw set up here for delivery in the future, and we can do some sort of a raw material delivery out here. So the drones are a good way of filling the gap, though I would prefer to try to do some sort of a... We could probably build another crane here. If we build our steel mill factory here, we could have a crane... we could have drones delivered to the outside there, and the drones just work these little weird insurmountable gaps. But it looks like we're chipping away now with that debt. Looks like trucks, lots of trucks are being driven out of here already. Good. 8,000 each. So that's another 16,000 right there. So it brings us down to like 30, was it like 30, or like 29,000? Isn't that right? 29,550. Okay. Whew, I can math. So that's kind of nice. The crane picks up any sort of overflow and drops it over here. Otherwise, the drones can pick up the nearest crate, but then it's put over here in side storage if it's going to cause a block to the system. So that's kind of good. Kind of a good idea. Right, it's going to take a while for us to catch up. Alright, so now I need to figure out how to lay out a factory in order to produce iron ore when we get to that section. But let's claim the rest of our research. How much research do we have left? Looks like we're still producing quite a bit. Are we also out of power capacity? I haven't built anything else. Okay, claws and stuff like that don't cause any more power, and neither do conveyor belts, so that's good. So we don't have to worry about power, only based off of factory size and such. Waterworks, upgrade capacity and speed of machines. That'd be cool. But we need to deliver gold in order for that to happen. So that's going to be a late level research. Plus, gold is a little further away. So we need to make sure we fix our economy. Looks like it's on the road to recovery, though. We got trucks just hauling out of here with all sorts of coal. I figured that would probably be bad, as me trying to take some of this for research purposes, but I guess our biggest sacrifice was over here, and I need to add some more stuff to this. So we can actually start pulling in... oh, actually, that's crude oil out there. Okay, I want to see if there's any more coal nearby that we can add to our system. So we could probably start mining coal here and have a crane system come over here. But again, once we use cranes, I guess the question is how to convert crates back into something that can be used in the pipes. It seems like we're not allowed to do that. So a research center has to be built like directly at the source, like these ones are at the source of iron ore. So actually, this is directly iron ore, and this says that we need iron. So we do need to be smelting it, but that's curious. How are we supposed to get... Oh, we bring it into the factory. That's how. So we could probably make some more money by switching our factory directly over to iron ore. Alright, here's what we're going to do then. Next time, I'm going to probably leave this infrastructure here, but delete some of this stuff. We're going to build ourselves a... we're going to get rid of these research centers here and start bringing iron ore into the factory, so that way we can start smelting iron ore into just iron. and then we need to smelt that together into something else. But that'll be more profitable. So next time we'll focus on getting some more cash. If I get rid of these research centers and make this our sole research area, we should be okay. So if I delete all that, it'll give us a ton of money fixing our cash problem, and then I will build on to our factory. So I'm going to do a little offline work and see if I can tidy things up a little bit. Please do leave your suggestions down below, as we're, you know, basically like our hand is forced to do certain things based off of the game's mechanics. So if you have some ideas, let me know down below. I'm loving this game so far. I really like the challenges and the things that we have to solve. So hopefully, oh, look at that. Our money problem's almost solved too, so that shouldn't be a problem. These 2 trucks will give us over 16,000, and we're back in the green when we'll be ready to tackle it again tomorrow. Thanks very much, everybody, for dropping by. I'll see you soon. Take care, and bye-bye.